You didn't grow up with the internet. You didn't have constant validation, endless choices, or a digital identity shaping how you saw yourself. If you were born between 1965 and 1980, you grew up in a world that demanded independence early, and that shaped you in ways many people don't fully understand, including yourself. The psychology of this generation, often referred to as Generation X, is deeply tied to self-reliance. Many grew up in households where both parents worked, or where emotional expression wasn't prioritized. You learned to solve problems on your own, to manage your time, to entertain yourself without constant supervision. Psychologically, this created a strong internal locus of control, the belief that you are responsible for your own outcomes. It's why you tend to rely on yourself before asking for help. There's also a distinct relationship with trust. Growing up during periods of economic uncertainty, shifting social structures, and cultural change, many in this group developed a quiet skepticism. You don't immediately accept narratives at face value. You observe first. You assess. This can make you appear distant or guarded, but underneath it is a system designed to protect stability. Emotional expression is another defining pattern. In many households during that time, emotions were not openly discussed. You may have learned to process feelings internally rather than externally. This doesn't mean you don't feel deeply. It means you developed emotional containment. You handle stress privately. You carry responsibility without always verbalizing the weight of it. There is also a strong value placed on resilience. You adapted to change without constant guidance. Technology evolved rapidly during your lifetime, and you adjusted step by step. This created psychological flexibility, the ability to navigate new systems without losing your core identity. Unlike younger generations who grew up fully immersed in digital environments, you experienced both analog and digital worlds. That dual exposure shaped a balanced perspective. Work ethic tends to be central. Stability was not always guaranteed, so consistency became important. Many people in this group associate effort with security. You show up. You follow through. Even when motivation fluctuates, discipline carries you forward. However, this can also lead to burnout if rest feels undeserved. There's also a subtle tension between independence and connection. You are capable of handling things alone, but that same strength can make it harder to lean on others. Asking for help may feel unnatural, even when it would be beneficial. Relationships, as a result, can sometimes feel secondary to responsibility. Interestingly, this generation often values privacy more than visibility. You didn't grow up sharing your life publicly. Personal experiences were processed in smaller, more controlled environments. In today's world of constant sharing, this can create a sense of disconnect. You may not feel the need to document everything, and you may not fully understand why others do. At the same time, there is adaptability. You've witnessed cultural shifts, technological revolutions, and changing definitions of success. You've learned to adjust without losing your internal framework. This is a quiet strength, the ability to evolve without becoming ungrounded. If you sometimes feel out of sync with both older and younger generations, there's a reason. You stand between two different worlds. One rooted in structure and privacy, the other in speed and visibility. That position can feel isolating, but it also offers perspective. Understanding these patterns isn't about labeling yourself. It's about recognizing how your environment shaped your instincts, your habits, and your way of relating to the world. You were taught to be independent, to adapt, to endure. And sometimes, understanding yourself better begins with realizing those patterns were never random.